All right guys, let's check out a G-Shock square. This is obviously a white one with negative display. We'll get into a few things, but overall we're just going to kind of do an overview. But if we look at the case back here, you can see it is using the module 3222. Yeah. And let's see, the model number is a gwx-5600c. And you can see this is a multi-band 6, tough solar, has the tide and the moon phase, the day, the date, month and day, and then of course you have your time, you have your battery indicator. You can see this one's on high, it's fully charged. And again, this display is gonna be difficult to see in the studio, I apologize, but it says signal received, it has the power save on, and it is a PM. Just for reference, the newer negative displays are easier to read straight up. So I know a lot of people, are saying, the negative displays are just not legible, they're difficult to read, or whatever your verbiage on it. And that certainly is the case with the older ones, but these newer ones, I assure you, can be read at most angles and in most light situations. So don't fret about the negative displays on the newer ones. The older ones, sure, they are a little more difficult to read, but they're not impossible. So I'm not going to get into how to set the tide and the moon because, quite frankly, I don't fully understand it myself. I did find a video, I did watch it. It seems like it was well explained. I'll put a link to that video in the description. Maybe you can figure it out if you feel it's necessary to do so. Where I am, I'm all freshwater lakes. I don't really need to worry about the tide. I'm sure there's other reasons for the tide. There's different cycles and everything like that, but I don't use anything or I don't do anything that is affected, dramatically enough for me to have that information. So I pretty much don't mess with it. And I really don't have a ton of watches that do have the tide feature. It is nice to have the lunar, and I know like my Frogman has it too, so I probably should learn how to set it and use it, but it seems like it's fairly accurate already just with the current settings I've used. So I don't know. Here's another one, another lunar tide watch. Now this one is not tough solar and is not multi-band. So this is using a different module. This is a more updated one, and you can get these in a few different colorways. There's a red one, I think there's a black banded one, and there's even a positive display. If you prefer a positive display, you can do that. One of the reasons I like this particular watch is that pop of blue. So it's straight up fashion. Other than the time, the day and the date and the month and everything, this thing is mostly just a colorway. It's just fashion, right? So you have the blue in the G-Shock protector, you have the black shock resist up there, you have a shiny band in the G-Lide and the tough solar, you have the black buttons, the black hardware, black keeper, and then that beautiful touch of blue printing there, and also around, it's kind of hard to see, but around there. So like even if people mod these, they will do a lot of different mods with them, pull them in different cases or different straps and everything like that. It's just a very good looking watch overall. Here it is next to another white one with a negative display. Now this one doesn't have the tide and lunar, and it has a softer white. You can see it's not shiny, but it's essentially the same strap and case and everything. It's just in a matte white instead of a gloss white. So when you go with the white ones, I know for the longest time I wouldn't wear them, and then I started wearing them, especially in summertime. I think they look really good, and you can get a little bit of pop of color and everything going on with them. So I do enjoy them, plus it's part of my square fetish, I guess. I don't know. I like the G-Shock squares, I don't know what to say. But I like the touch of black on this one with the buttons instead of the polished metal. I like it in the black hardware. So let me pop this on wrist. I'm going to keep this video kind of short. I can cover the size. Actually, I should have covered that in the first place, but about 43.5 millimeter lug, or side to side. Lug to lug is about 48.5 mil. Thickness just under 13 at 12.95. And then if you care, because you're not going to change the strap anyway, but it's about 25 mil, and then it tapers down to about 20.5. So there's that information in case you wanted it. All of these G-Shock squares are going to be 20 bar or 200 meter water resist. So pretty much do whatever the heck you want with it. You're not going to destroy one of these. But there it is on my 7¼ inch wrist. And I really like these things in the summertime, the white ones. I will certainly wear them year-round. I don't have a problem wearing them year-round. And I know the white G-Shock squares are not everybody's taste for sure. Most people are going to prefer the black ones like this, and that is totally fine. There's plenty of squares for everybody. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vid.